So Doc has a small group, and I will tell you guys this. If I was going to encourage you to do anything in your life, it would be get in a small group. Create a small group. Tell me a little bit about your small group.
Well, let's see. We look at it as we're a team. So groups are ladies that sit around and drink wine, right? A team is headed towards the same goal in mind, and that's so every man is better than when he comes in. We're there, we support, every man supports another man in the circle. And with that, we do life very well together. And any of them can attest to it.
So the goal is kind of to live life to the fullest.
Absolutely. Plus, we like to eat tacos before drinking beer, so that's what we did tonight. Part of it.
I don't know if I want to sit in at the end of your small group or not. For those of you that don't know what a small group is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a small group of guys that meet probably weekly. I've been in 2 of them in my life, one of them for over 20 years, and we would meet Thursday mornings in the back of a barbecue restaurant and have breakfast, same guys every week. But it's what Doc's talking about, you're doing life together. And so, I mean, we would set it up with, it was on biblical principles. And it's like, I know some of you here aren't believers, and that, you know, I am, and I'm not going to apologize for it. One of the things that I've learned in life, one of the things that really cripples guys is we really are scared to be authentic with each other. We're really scared to tell somebody, hey, I'm struggling with this, or this scares me, or I'm worried about that, because that's not what a man does. Man just handles everything. But one of the things Jesus said was, I came so you would have life to the fullest. And I think when men aren't authentic, we don't allow ourselves to live to the fullest. And so I don't want to embarrass anybody, but anybody that's not scared, raise a hand if you'll answer a question. All right, if you're not scared to answer a question. So here's the question. Why are you here? What's your name first?
Jake McCluskey.
Jake, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
North Atlanta.
North Atlanta. Peachtree Corners. Okay, boy, you came a long way. So Jake, why are you here?
I heard you were speaking.
Okay.
I got invited by these 2 guys and thought it'd be a nice networking opportunity and hear a little bit about the Lord.
Yeah, nice networking opportunity. And your wife will give you a kitchen pass for something like this, right? Yeah. Yeah. And you get a free beer out of the deal, so that ain't bad. Somebody else, why are you here tonight? Yes, sir.
Doc Holliday.
No, it's not. That's your name? Doc Holliday? You're my huckleberry. That's awesome.
So I'm here with my small group. And just why I'm here is I knew this was a great opportunity for men and fellowship.
Yeah, man. So, because here's what happens. Trust, and you know this with your friends, trust is built, it's like a cup of coffee. You build trust 1 drop at a time. When you meet somebody, you don't know nothing about them, you have no trust. And then you'll go out and you'll do something together and you go, I really like that dude. And you got a couple of drops of trust in there, and then over the months and over the years, that cup fills up 1 drop at a time and it's full. But when you break trust, it's like breaking the bottom out of that coffee cup. You don't lose it a drop at a time, you lose it all at once. And when you lose it, it never comes back the way it was before. And so for me, yeah, I like a pretty girl, but I didn't want my kids to look at me that way. I didn't want my kids to look at me the way I would look at my dad when he was on marriage number 4, and we'd go out to eat somewhere and he'd start flirting with the waitress, and I'm like, holy crap, here we go again. You know, because he may end up leaving me at the restaurant and leaving with her. I mean, that's, he was good. He was really good. But I didn't trust, and I didn't want my kids to ever feel that way about me. That's why he said, come to me as a child. Just have that faith of a child. My mom's like that. My mom's not educated at all, but she's got the faith of a child. She just trusts God. And there's just something so pure and beautiful in that. And that's what I want for you guys. Be guys that when they're burying you, people are going, dang, that was a good man right there. That was a good dad. That was a good husband. I don't care if they say you were a good engineer or a good ball player. Do what you were created to do and help each other do it. And that's the only way you will do it. You won't do it by yourself. We were meant to live in community. I was reading a thing a couple of weeks ago. They said people that drink and smoke but have great friends live longer than people that don't drink and smoke and live in isolation. We were meant to live in community. Do it. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming tonight. Thank you guys for having me.
Give it up. Give it up for Jeff.
Go Dogs!
Oh man, I have the worst job tonight, cutting him off. But man, that was incredible. He brought the truth tonight, and we might have come for a name, but man, he really he showed us the difference between purpose and knowing what you're supposed to do versus who you are and what God made you. So he stressed it, community. That's why we're here. Purpose on Tap. We like this feeling. We like all these folks here. We're going to put more energy and focus behind our events and make them quarterly. So our next POT is in May. We have a recap email. We have a great website. We'll follow up with all of you guys about it. But thanks for coming. Y'all have a great week, and see you soon.
But it's like even things like the Ten Commandments, you know, that if you think about it from a father's perspective, thou shalt not commit adultery. Well, does that mean he's not going to love you if you do that? No. What it says is if you do this, you're going to break all trust with your wife and all trust with your kids, and you're going to jack up your life. So that's why it's a rule. That's why it's a guardrail. Don't do this. You're going to jack up your life. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife or thy neighbor's possessions. So if you're not satisfied with what you have, if you're looking around, and comparison is the death of contentment, I will tell you that. If you're looking around going, I'm not happy because I don't have what he's got, it's going to jack up your life. You're going to start chasing the wrong things. And so that's why there were these commandments. It was a loving father going, don't do this. You'll screw up your life if you do this. So, but my small group, we went through the birth of kids together. We buried parents together. You know, we might have a lesson plan. We'd pick books of the Bible and we say, okay, over the next month, we're going to go through the book of John. But if some guy came in and he's like, hey guys, I'm really struggling in my marriage, we'd close the lesson, and that's what we do that day. Is other guys would go, hey man, I've been through that. I've struggled in my marriage. And I think, and the reason I ask you why you're here tonight, you wouldn't be here if everything in your life was perfect. I just get that feeling as you're like, man, I've chased everything the world says there is to chase, but I'm still not satisfied. And that is the beauty of a small group, and that is the beauty of faith to me. Here's the other thing that we do as men is, I used to notice when I would take my kids to school, and I have all girls, and that's why I have the gray hair. I have all girls. But people would ask the little girls, what do you want to be when you grow up? And a little girl could say, I want to be a mom, and that was a great answer. But little boys never said, I want to be a dad. or I want to be a husband. Little boys would say, I want to be a football player, or I want to be a fireman, or I want to be a policeman. And so I think early on as men, we're indoctrinated, we're identified by what we do is who we are. I was doing an interview 7 or 8 years ago, talking to a lady, and one of her questions, she goes, okay, so you do stand-up, you write books, you paint, you host TV shows. Which one are you? And I thought, well, that's a weird question. I've never been asked that before. And I said to her, I said, well, the things you've named are all things that I do. And I love the things that I do. I feel like the luckiest. I don't know why I can do them. I can just do them. It is a gift. And so many of you hear what you do for a living. It's a gift. I can't even take credit for being good at anything because I don't know why I can do it. I can just do it. But it's a gift, and I've been entrusted with it, and I'm a steward of it. I said, but those are all things that I do. Who I am is I'm a husband, and I'm a father, and I'm a brother, and I'm a son, and I'm a child of God, and I'm a person of this community. And so through the course of my life, what I do may change many, many times. Probably a lot of you folks. I mean, you've changed careers, changed jobs many, many times. Nothing wrong with that. But what I wanted was who I am to stay consistent through all of that. So they're not the same thing. And as men, we got to unburden ourselves from that what we do for a living is our identity. It's who we are. It's not. It's what you do for a living. It's what you do to make money to feed your family and to house them. And it's real easy as a man to get lost in that work thing, and you start chasing the wrong thing. And all of a sudden, you start chasing the good at the expense of the best.